Hey guys, PLV here and welcome back on my channel. To start my music journey, I recently decided to enroll in the KYGO Monthly Class, and I'm gonna tell you everything that we've done for the last 2 weeks of the course. In the previous video, I was talking about the first 2 weeks of the course, so if you haven't seen it yet, it's right here. But before starting the video, I just want to answer a few questions that have been asked multiple times after the first video. Where do I get my vocals? So when you enroll in the class, you are actually given access to a full library of demos that are 100% copyright free. Before each project, KYGO asks you to pick one demo that you are going to produce. This course is about music production, not songwriting, so that means that you are taking a demo which is made of vocals and a little piano or guitar, and then your role is to produce it into a full song. To give you a little idea of what it is, here's the demo of Memories We Make.
Oh, I know that it's hard to know where to start. Trust me, I know the way. And I know that it's better when we're all together. No, I won't run away from all the memories we made.
And here is the song after I produced it.
Oh, I know that it's hard to know where to start. Trust me, I know the way. And I know that it's better when we're all together. No, I won't run away from all the memories we made.
If you want to know more about songwriting, another YouTuber did some great review videos. I will link his channel in the description. How many hours did I work per day? So in the first video, I was saying how it was totally manageable with having to work a full-time job at the same time, but the third and fourth week was definitely more intense. I regret saying this. No, seriously, it was still manageable, but it required some good time management skill and a good self-discipline too. I probably worked every single morning before work and after work, and also full days weekends. Basically any time free that I had this month, I spent it on the class. But that is only if you have other priorities like work or school, otherwise you're completely fine. Then what about the peer group? As I was saying in the first video, it wasn't the best feature, and the more it advanced, the more the group was absent and wasn't giving any feedback, so it was still a miss for me. Fortunately for me, I met a lot of other students from other peer groups on Instagram, and we exchanged a lot and exchanged feedback, so this was great. I also heard a lot of people saying that they absolutely loved the peer group, that they had a great time and had lots of feedback in a very active group, but not in my experience. When will the next class be available? So I don't know, but from what I've seen from previous classes, they seem to be rolling every 3 months or so, so don't worry, you'll have a chance really soon to join the class or any other class. And if you want to join the next class, I have a link in the description where you can save $20 and me for any other class that you would like to take. Alright, week 3. The main focus of week 3 was producing a song with vocal chops. So it was really fun, but this is where it got really intense. This time we only had 10 days to do our song. So as the first song, this second project was divided into multiple sub-projects. First we started to come up with some chords and we added the vocal chops melody, and then from there we worked backwards by building up the build-up, the chorus, the verse, and then the intro. And at the beginning of this project, I was really struggling a lot. I just couldn't come up with anything. I wasn't really inspired by my demo, so I took a 180 and completely chose a different demo. And as soon as I changed demo, I was way more inspired and it went really smooth. The thing with vocal chops is that it is really time consuming. It is just a matter of trial and error until you get something cool. And time is what I was missing a little bit, having to work at the same time, but I eventually come up with something that sounded like this. after this, KYGO walked us through the rest of the song and showed us a different type of arrangement that I also followed for my song. In this second part, there was also another video about mixing and mastering, and if you remember on the first video, I was saying how there was not really any technical info on mixing and mastering, so I was really hoping that in this one there would be more information, but it wasn't. So once again, I had to look up on YouTube and internet any tutorials to know more about mixing and mastering and try to do a better mix and mastering. And at this time, I felt more confident and I felt like my second production was more controlled, but it was definitely not thanks to this video. It was just because I took time to go on YouTube and find some tutorials by myself. At the end of this project, I'm pretty happy of how the song turned out to sound, considering how bad it was at the start, but I'm definitely going to continue working on vocal chops because I'm not satisfied of them yet. Also, I did hand off the project on the monthly website on time, but I did continue to work on it for a few days because 10 days for a beginner like me is quite a short time to have a release-ready level production. So if you want, here is a little preview of the song, otherwise you can jump straight to week 4.
Since the day I walked out that door, I thought I would be just fine, but it turns out that everything that I need, it all just got left behind. I feel so numb, what have I done? What's next to come? Did I just make my worst mistake? Is it too late?
Alright, week 4 and the last week and also the most fun week, but also the most intense. Didn't really sleep too long that last week, I think you can see it. Alright, wake up. Anyway, this time we had only 7 days to do 2 assignments, 1 assignment and a song. So for this last week, KYGO actually started by talking about how important it is to discover new sounds and starting creating your own sound library. The first assignment was to sit down, take 40 minutes to actually just be looking at new sounds and saving them in your library. And to be honest, it was actually a good surprise. I haven't thought about this, but it was really interesting, and I kind of saved a bunch that I'm probably gonna use for my next songs. I found a lot of cool stuff from bass to synths to leads and pianos. The goal of this last project as well was to start figuring out your style and what music fits you, what you like to do, and also eventually come up with your sound signature that when everybody listens to your song, they actually can tell that it's your song. So for this last song, I decided to go more for the old KYGO style of tropical house, like Firestone or Cut Your Teeth. I really wanted my song to be more in this tropical ambience with background sounds. I wanted the song to be something that you could listen on the beach in the summer evenings with your friends around a campfire. And this time, we didn't have any sub-projects to hand off. We were literally on our own for like 5 days. And I have to admit that I didn't really completely follow the process that KYGO had taught us in the past projects, but I still felt very confident in knowing what to do to progress on my songs. And that's where I saw some progress compared to before the class. I'll leave a little preview of this final song at the end of the video, but for now I want to wrap up this video with some final thoughts on the overall course. Alright, the first thing I want to say is thank you to KYGO for taking the time to put this course together. It was awesome, I loved it. Also, when he showed us exactly which plugins and which sounds he used for his very famous songs, I got chills, it was awesome. But I would say that it is great for beginners and people that just started to get into music production, but not really for advanced, experienced producers. There is nothing really very technical and in-depth in this class, so I know a few experienced producers quit the class after a few days or were a bit disappointing in it. So except if you're a fan, I'm not sure that this is the course that you're looking for. But if you just started like me and you're a beginner or intermediate, you're gonna love it, and I highly recommend it. It literally skyrocketed my skills. After a month, I have 3 songs, and I know exactly what to do to take a song from start to finish, or even keeping practicing and keep learning. I never really thought I would be able to produce 3 songs of this quality for first songs, so this is really a great class. What was awesome about it as well was the structure and how it was made. Because first, it keeps you accountable and very productive every single day. It sets deadline and step-by-step for you to follow and to progress. I also really like that they are providing demos that are free, and you also have a lifetime access to them, so I'm definitely going to use them for either just practicing or even releasing other songs. But then on the bad side of things, as you probably guessed it, it's the peer group. For me, it was a definite miss. I really wish I would have ended up in a more active peer group, or that someone like a professional from the music industry would have been assigned to each peer group to give feedback and guide us more. But overall, I loved it, and I cannot wait to do another one. Alright, I hope those videos helped you knowing more about this class, knowing more what you will get out of this class, and know if it fits you. If you do decide to take this class or any other class from Monthly, don't forget that you have a link to save $20. Let me know if you have any more questions. I will answer them as soon as I can. By this time, I think my next songs will be released pretty soon, so I really hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoyed making them. If you want to follow me on other social platforms for more daily content and more music production and motivation talk, the links are all in the description. In the meantime, I will leave you with a little preview of Summer Nights, my final song, for some tropical vibes. Alright, keep learning, and I will see you in 2 weeks.
We're talking about summer nights when all our days are bright and all our dreams can come true. We're talking about summer highs and all